to the magic colors, red, blue, and white. But we all must be given the liberty that we defend. For with justice that's all men, history will repeat again. It's time we learn. This world was made for all men. Hear me out. This world was made for all men. Ah. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family, whatever side of the diaspora that you are on. Let me welcome you, welcome you, welcome you, welcome you to the mental house. Uh, with me, your host, Khadija. I just had to make this video. I just got finished talking to a girlfriend of mine, and listen, we can't be the only ones going through this. Of course, she's a little older than me, and I'm sure her nerves are totally racked. Today is the 11th, and these damn niggas is still busting out firecrackers as if it was the 4th. And it's going on and on and on non-stop. It just won't stop. So I just received a phone call from her, and oh my God, I never laughed so hard in my life. And I don't know why I'm laughing, because it's really not funny. And what I'm suggesting that we do, I understand some of y'all really want to celebrate, but for those of y'all who are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of these damn fireworks, and you can't barely pay your rent or buy food, I think you got to get your priorities straight. Another thing is, there was a few people, as usual, every year that gets their hands blown off, or one individual had a popper back in his chest. He died. It's extremely dangerous, and most people are not taking the necessary precautions to even set off some of the stuff that they're buying. Most of the cities, I know my city in particular, have ordinances against fireworks. They're set off in the parks by professionals. I mean, the fireworks are at least in my city, for 3 days. And then with Summerfest, and then this being what they call the city of festivals, every festival starts and ends with the fireworks. So it's plenty of lights for you. The firecracker and all this pop, 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 pop. It's just really disgusting. And I really want to send a, a heartfelt prayer out to all the veterans, the people who have suffered or are suffering from, war type of PTSD, and those of us in some of these neighborhoods, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's bad enough when you hear gunshots, but when you keep going on with these firecrackers, it becomes such a maddening situation. My dog, he goes and runs for cover. And I just know that the people are so insensitive that those things don't matter to them. And to me, when you live amongst people who just don't have no common, I don't know, in my opinion, it's just, oh well, what can you do? You can just put earplugs in your ears and go to bed until you can do better, because there's no sense in calling the police. And in fact, that's what my friend was doing. I was like, what will make you think that the police are coming? She said, well, when I finally got through. I'm like, you got through? Because that is something that I definitely don't think the police can address. Because in the cities, it's just all over the place. What I think that the police should start doing is, I think they should start enforcing the laws. They don't. So, of course, it may be an ordinance for you not to fire a firecracker, but it's so overwhelming that they would spend 2 days trying to arrest people, or maybe a week, maybe longer than that, because it's just out of control now. They let me get too far. So I wanted to make mention of that. Okay, there's a few things on my mind. I just got to make reference to them before I forget. Second of all, I know you guys saw the sad, narcissistic, just straight madness of the Ku Klux Klan rally. I thought it was really interesting because I saw a Klansman with locks. And I was like, wow, that looks kind of strange to me. Um, because his were actually locked. It wasn't just like his hair was just totally just um, matted. It looked like somebody actually took the time to try to lock up his hair. And he was wearing the Ku Klux Klan outfit with the full regalia. Full regalia. And that looked so weird to me. And I want to know, where they do this at? This South Carolina? What is going on? North Carolina? What the? And all this commotion was because America's heroes are people who are murderers and people who have murdered, disenfranchised, who have killed people of color. Most of our monuments and statues are made to people who have committed all these atrocities against humanity. And I don't know if we think about that in any shape or any time, but it's very difficult to live next to your slave master and live now, because now we live and work side by side with you, and to see a big picture of a Confederate flag, something that my ancestors had to get hung for and to get draped around, and to see you putting up so much fight because someone wants to take it down. I mean, and I could see if this flag represented, um, you know, liberation for all. There are actually people fighting to keep this flag and this culture because this culture represents the days when they had slaves and the time when they were allowed to rule and have dominion over people's physical bodies, mental bodies, as if people were actually chattel, and they don't see that as a mental illness. Um, I don't get that. I do not get that kind of mindset. Maybe somebody can hit me up and leave a comment for me. I don't understand how the woman injected herself with melanin, a white lady over in London, and now she's darker than me with the big giant breasts, but she has blonde hair. What is going on in America? What is going on with this degenerate type of standard that they are trying to make acceptable? What the hell is going on? And see, this is why I say this is a spiritual and a mental war. This is the kind of warfare this is. And you have to have your mind right, because that leads me into the story of the most disgusting interview. The nerve that they had the nerve to put China, Black China, on Good Morning America. Shame on you, Good Morning America. Shame on you for allowing her to have a platform to do what she did, and for Gloria Allred's daughter, those money hungry whores. This is what I'm going to call them. To get out there and parade this woman as if she is really a victim. Now, I know a lot of y'all women gonna get mad at me, and really at this point, I don't care. I don't fucking give a damn, because y'all have gotten off the freaking chain. Oh, China know how to get her coins. I'm not mad at her. Y'all are really low. We've really sunk down to some low life, degenerate people, and our standards are just such low. And the whole country, and it's not just black people. I'm just saying us, because you already know ours is the one that they really gonna put under the microscope. But this degeneracy is a standard that this country is setting for us. And those of us who partake in her, we gonna pay for that. This is pure filth. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how dumb. Maybe Rob Kardashian is a little slow. Who cares? The fact of the matter is, I know there's a saying, if you see a fool, bump his head. And maybe 30 years ago, I might have said, oh, it's nothing. I don't know. I don't even know. I couldn't have said that. I can't even see myself seeing this because it's all so barbaric to me. She's got one baby. Then she's got another baby by somebody. 2 different baby daddies. That's number one. I have a problem with that. Yes, I do. And then not only that, now you just exploiting the whole situation and acting as if you are a victim. No, Rob, she was dead wrong for putting your pictures out there. He was wrong for that. But you know what? Let me tell you something. You was wrong because you put them out there yourself anyway. Okay? And maybe you feel like because you didn't put them out there, he had no right to put them out. But honey, everybody done seen everything. Everybody look like done fucked you. So what difference does it make? I mean, what? Really? Kardashian boy is a damn weak-minded, insecure, sad codependent. And for y'all to justify somebody taking advantage of him because he's so stupid, he shouldn't be a simp. No, he shouldn't be those things. But that don't justify her doing what she did to him. There's no goodness in that. Sending him pictures of her laying up with some other man after she got out the bed with him. What's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with you people? That is the most disgusting thing. And for them to put her on Good Morning America and allow her a platform to talk that crazy shit with her narcissistic ass, to try to make herself a victim after she done victimized all, I know it's got to be a lot of deficits going on for her to even be choosing to live the life that she wants to live that way. I understand that there's some family or origin dynamics that we don't have time to go into. I understand all of that. I also understand the nature of narcissism and codependency, and I really feel bad for people who have a self-love deficit, and then they encounter people who take fully advantage of that. Yeah, they gotta learn. I understand that. But for any of y'all don't know what it feels like for somebody to have drove you so mad that you just snap. That's what happens when you're in a toxic relationship and when you're in a relationship with a high conflict individual who will drive your ass mad and have you doing, because he's sorry now that he did all that. But it's too late. See, that he flipped because he needs to deal with his emotional problem, not to be made fun of. What is wrong with this world? It's just crazy, and it's going to hell in the handbasket. America is becoming a cesspool of madness. In fact, that's what they exploiting. That's what they perpetuate. This is a country full of narcissists. That's why they took it out to DSM. I have the book right in there. I forgot. They took it out. It's out. It's not even there anymore. But let me tell you something. We got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, because now we have become a country of lowlifes with low standard and degenerate behavior, and all this is normal. Even coming on classy so-called programs like Good Morning America, we'll get that tramp time of day to come on and talk about herself as if she's a victim. When you could send, who would hurt and humiliate somebody that way? I don't care if you sit up there still having sex and still dealing with him, and then you want to send him pictures of you kissing another person in bed. What type of craziness? Girl, Listen, I'm done. I'm done. I had to talk about those things because it's more room out than in. Black China's lawsuit should be thrown out the door. It should. It should be thrown out because it's unacceptable. Now deal with it. Now everybody see your problem. I still say the the whole victim in all of this is that little baby. Both of those babies. They're the victims in this. Not none of those and then Rob's dumbass. He's next. China's no victim. She's the perpetrator. So with that being said, leave your comments below. Like what you hear, like, subscribe. And I'll see you next time in this crazy house.